sometimes.
Yeah.
From the sweat. I think that's what it is. I think when I put this on, it's, so sweaty that it was rubbing against my skin, irritating it.
What?
Having this over this sweaty shirt from earlier, I think it was irritating my skin, and that's what I was
feeling. Well, that's the motherfucking, you got staffs. Bro, try not to hit this shit during the episode, man, because you're gonna make it sound like we're in a cardboard box.
So,
guys, we're doing audio only today. And I would like to welcome Damien, the sexy homeless, to the building for his most appearances. The most appearances done for my channel. There's no other guest that has done the most projects for my channel. He's contributed so much love and so much effort to the love and to everything that we're doing here and all the purpose and planning. We're trying to get rich. No. So give it a round of applause. Round of applause, man. I congratulate you for your efforts on building this empire with me, and cheers for many more for blessings. Cheers for blessings. So go ahead, continue with your staffs.
Yeah, I was doing a lot.
No, what is that big? You have a big rash on your stomach. Like, it's the size of a basketball at least. What is that? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
speak up, because the microphone's here.
I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest.
No.
I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest. I just know that it's there.
So what do you do to take care of it? Is it a rash, or is it like something from birth?
It's probably a rash. I mean, being out here.
Sorry, I got fucking gas in my stomach.
It could happen. Especially when you're laying on the ground, you never know. Like I got it when I first got here.
Yeah.
Back when I was sleeping on the dirt, it was possible that I got a rash from over there on the dirt.
So what do you mean here? Here in Florida or here in Point Siena?
Point Siena. When I first came here, so.
Where right here, sleeping here in front, next to the Bravo right here, or?
It was behind the 7-Eleven and the Dunkin' Donuts building, over in the grass, over the bushes.
That's where you first started sleeping at when you came here.
And I was there for a while.
You didn't know me. That's when you didn't know me yet.
Yeah, I just come here.
Oh, okay.
I was there for a while.
You came from Orlando?
Shit, I was sleeping on a mattress, on a kitty mattress.
Sorry if I sound sick, everyone.
Like that I found by that donation bin that was over there. I ended up having to throw it out because it was making.
I sound like I was snorting Quaaludes. Sorry, everyone.
It was making my skin feel weird and shit, so I just threw it out. I didn't want to deal with it no more because I didn't want to find out. I just wanted to get rid of it.
You gotta speak up so that
I didn't want it. I didn't it was making my skin feel weird, so I just tossed the bed out finally.
You had a bed outside?
I found a bed like those smaller child.
Oh.
It was one of the smaller child beds, and so I folded.
This motherfucker had an XL king mattress in the middle of the city.
And I kept it under my cart for a while. But I guess the rain had hit it too many times or something, or it must have been dirty.
Excuse me, sir. I'm tripping on your mattress. I'm on my way to work here.
But I finally threw it away.
I want to go to sleep with ya. Fucking.
So I mean, the rash could have came from the mattress. Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility.
Do you think you had, like, bed bugs in there?
I don't know. To be honest with you, it could have been. I mean, bed bugs are common.
And I'm saying this because I love you. I'm just interested in how you're living.
Bed bugs is a common bug in mattresses these days. So I mean, if there was, I wouldn't have known about it. Could have been a thing.
Have you ever? Because I seen a fucking video the other day of these people that sued this hotel. And this lady, man, I don't know what the fuck, if she purposely did this to her arm just so she could sue. But she was I don't think she did this though. She was littered in bites from bed bug bites. And when she lifted up the mattress, bro, thousands of bugs. It was like one of those vacation homes like close to the beach and shit.
That's another reason why
termites. It had a whole bunch of like fucking.
But that's another reason why I don't deal with motels and hotels.
So have you ever like had like jumping bugs and shit?
I mean, I had ticks one time. I had fleas one time.
You had ticks? What is that?
Well,
Okay, so ticks. Let's talk about ticks and then the fleas.
I mean, ticks. Well, see, ticks and fleas are both not common to be found on humans.
Don't spit in my drink because I don't want to get coronas.
But when you're living in the woods, it is possible. And then when you sleep under certain areas, sometimes you might get them because ticks will latch on to humans too. If they're close enough to a human, they'll do it. And they burrow their head into your to your body.
Yeah.
And they basically, I don't remember the whole process, but they're like blood suckers, and that's why the bigger they are, the more blood they've had. And if you're not careful pulling them out, then their head can detach and enter your bloodstream.
So wait, so you had that on you, the big ones, the big fat juicy ones.
I had like a handful of them on me at one point, and my friend had to help me get them off.
Where?
I don't remember. It was a while back.
No, but I'm saying in your head or
No,
in your
not in my head.
in your like.
It was like my body somewhere. It wasn't my head. I don't remember if it was my torso or my arms or what. But I had them, and I've only had that happen to me once. But it happened. Same thing with the flea.
Ticks?
Yeah, and then I didn't fucking realize it, and I noticed something was biting me, but I couldn't figure it out like what it was.
And you were like, ah!
My friend was in the woods.
I don't know, man. I'm all right. Just leave it alone.
Well,
And they're like, Damien, you all right? And fucking you had a big tick in your back. Just...
My friend was in the woods with me.
That's the sound of it biting.
And like, I usually, in the woods, I like to walk around, in my underwear or naked sometimes.
Get the fuck out of here. You walk around naked in the woods.
But that's because I set up a camp, you know what I mean? And I had to have everything covered.
Oh, like it's your home, yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? I have a certain area covered, and as long as they don't, see you exposed, you can walk around like that. And that's when my friend had figured out, he's like, hey, you got ticks on you.
You're with your friend naked in the woods?
He does the same fucking thing. Ain't nothing but brothers out there, man. Don't got to be gay to do it.
No, so wait, hold on.
You know what I mean? I walk around there with, when you have one or two shower pouches, and your friend might be taking a shower, you're in the woods, you're trying to survive, and you're not worried about, oh my God, there's this dude naked in front of me. It's like, oh, you're my friend. I trust you enough to walk around naked and piss on a tree in the morning.
For real?
Yeah, he ain't the first person I've done that to. I don't give a fuck. And that's why whenever we got a female with us, I'm like, hey,
And what was it, like you were living naked?
Well, no, I had clothes. It's just that, like, I like the freedom to enjoy myself. I don't like the idea of because I usually go to bed naked. Usually.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, like when I get up, and any females that do tag along, I have to tell them, hey, you might see me naked.
And you're a dom, too.
And if I see you naked, I'm not going to give a
bondage.
fuck. You know what I mean? Here's the whole thing,
like, man, my friend likes bondage. My main man. My main man, Damien, likes bondage.
I had a friend.
So ladies, get ready to get dominated. He's a dominatrix. Dominant male.
He brought his girlfriend.
Alpha gorilla.
He brought his girlfriend into the woods at one time.
Alpha gorilla.
And
Staff's master, dominant male. Go ahead.
Okay. At the expense, I was gonna say that my friend had brought his girlfriend over. Because she was in a bad situation, so she decided to come live with us for a little bit to get away from all the whole situation. Some people, especially families, they like to argue and fight, so she wanted to get away from that for a while. So he brought
So you're like, get naked, come along with me.
He brought her with us, and I had to warn her about that because some girls don't want to see that kind of crap. And I'm like, hey, if you do happen to see it's not purposely done, I'm used to it. But apparently she was the same way, and he was very overprotective because he's very naive. Any woman who pretends.
Who's he?
My friend from a while back.
Speak towards the mic.
He's naive, and basically any woman who pretends to like him, he'll go for it, kind of a thing. And so, and there was a time when she tried to hit on me and shit, and it's like, dude, you know what I mean? You're supposed to have, you're supposed to be with him. You're not supposed to be with me.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of times where I would catch her not just walking around naked, but trying to flirt my way. And I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? If you were single, that'd be different, but I'm not going to disrespect somebody I care about, over some female.
How was she flirting with you? How was she flirting with you?
Like, I mean, even when she had clothes on, she would often, purposely bend over and pull her shirt down sometimes so I could see, cleavage and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I noticed it a lot. Yeah, I mean.
While you were naked?
No, it doesn't matter. It's not about me being naked or not naked.
You weren't naked. You weren't naked.
It was just.
No, it does matter if she's naked or not while you're telling me the story.
It doesn't personally matter because it doesn't matter what she was doing. She had this thing about doing that.
It doesn't, bro. It doesn't matter to you. It matters if she. Oh my God, Jesus.
It mattered. Well, see, the thing is, I finally talked to her about it, and the whole thing is that she didn't like dating him because he has no experience in how to handle women. That's why women often use him and you know, don't always stay. And it's like she sees me and she sees that I know how to handle.
Good. God damn.
You know, and she knows and she sees that I'm the one taking control.
I'm back in Viet. Watch out for that bomb.
You know, so she sees that I know how to handle the situation. I'm the main one that takes control over whenever, like, if I got a group, I'm usually the one that tells people how to get shit done. You know, because I know how to build the campsites, I know how to cook the food, you know, I know how to make proper campfires and everything. Like, I know how to wash the clothes in buckets, how to hang them up and all that good shit. When the camp's bigger, I can do more shit with it. And he's just kind of a tag-along person who wants to do shit. But every time,
Speak towards the mic,
every time that he attempts to do anything, he usually ends up fucking some shit up.
Or you speak that way,
he's not strong enough to handle the same shit that I can handle.
Yeah.
And there was a few times that he almost severely hurt himself trying to copy me in certain ways. You know, it just.
Well, what the fuck was he trying to do?
Well, you know, for instance, we had a huge backpack full of water that just filled up, and he wanted to be kind and try to carry it. I'm like, bro, you're not gonna be able to carry that shit. You know, and he goes to pick it up, and then a few minutes down, he starts getting lightheaded and starts falling over and passing out and shit. I had to pull the bag off of him.
For real?
Yeah, and then, you know.
What the fuck? A weakling can't even carry no water.
Yeah, but there was like 20 or so bottles and then this big-ass bag that we had. Because back in the woods, you know what I mean? We had to travel to the nearest spigot and go far a ways to get it. So we'd have a bunch of. And you know, and usually it would be in a shopping cart. We'd roll it back, but with me, I just carry the bag. I'd fill it all the way up full of water, bring it back, and then we don't have to go out for a little bit. And this is water we used to cook with, drink, we use it to shower with, you know, stuff, you know, it's just very annoying, you know, and that girl ended up being a troublemaker at the end.
It was you, another guy, and a girl, okay.
Well, we had a bigger...
Goddamn Huckleberry Finn and the two slaves.
We had a bigger group later on, you know what I mean, at that point, because we had went to from later to Daytona, and when we came back, we had... And including,
right, Huckleberry.
And including me, we had a group of like almost like 20 people at one time living in those woods because...
Damn, Bum City!
We went to Daytona, and before Irma hit, we had made some friends with some good people who, you know, who didn't have nothing going for them, and we had people of different ages and shit who just wanted to get away from that area, because when you're homeless, Daytona's kind of a bitch of a place to live. And then after
so the
Irma,
hurricane was coming, and you had a group of 20 people. You spent the hurricane in the woods?
When Irma first hit, it was only me and like 8 others, and then after Irma hit, we had made a few more friends before coming back. So we had a total of about 20 people at the end of the day. I mean, you know, roughly that amount. So we ended up coming back to my old campsite in Orlando.
Have you ever spent the hurricane in the streets?
Yeah, I mean, I had to steal a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of not money, but a whole bunch of supplies from Walmart. Just to keep.
I had to steal a whole bunch of tomato sauce and mayonnaise bottles that they had outside by the bin.
Yeah, totally. I didn't want, you know, because like, you know.
And they had 3 packs of Jumanji movies.
No, go ahead.
And so I got a bunch of like medical, you know, supplies and a bunch of like.
Spittoon.
You
was carrying a spittoon.
And
do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying though is that I got a bunch of supplies that I knew would keep them from getting severely sick. And when you have a whole group of people that can get sick, and you know what I mean, and like, I know that I'm good because I haven't been sick in a fucking long time, so I know I can handle. I've walked through many storms in my life, you know, fucking trucking through it, and I guess my body has gotten to the point where it's like used to this kind of shit now.
This shit. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, no, it's actually very useful.
He said he doesn't get sick.
Not anymore. No, that's the good thing about not getting sick is your body becomes mostly. I mean, at this point, it's basically immune to this.
Adapted. You said you'd have adapted.
Well, yeah, adapted basically, and the body has become immune basically to the weather. So it's like I can still get cold. Like I mean, my body still shivers. I still feel the cold, but I don't catch colds anymore, which is good.
But you haven't had a flu. You don't get flus?
I've been sick in over 15 years, dude. So like when those big storms hit and the heavy rain hits,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't like to walk through that because of my supplies. When you have electronics and paper, I try to keep my supplies safe. And as long as my supplies are dry,
yeah,
I'm more willing to hike it out in the weather because the first thing I do is keep my people safe and my supplies dry.
With fucking eyeballs itchy as
but like, when you have a whole bunch of people who can get sick, and if they get too sick, they could die. Like my ex that I was dating at the time, she gets sick very easily, and she was one of the first people to get sick. And when you're working with somebody like that, and you're dealing with somebody like that in your life, they get sick a little bit. They get sick very, very fast, and then they could be one of the first ones to die. You know what I mean? At that point, so and that's the reason why I took so much medical supplies, because I knew what I had to get. You know what I mean? Tarps and other materials like that to make sure that we could all get hot food, you know, throughout the trip. And we had and we ended up using all of our blankets, because when the rain hit, they're not waterproof, but we used them to keep the main bodies of the people as dry as possible, kind of a thing. So we ended up chucking the blankets.
Listen,
all that good stuff.
I used to fucking go camping a lot when I was younger with my dad. So when we go do the fossil, and all the time, you know, I've camped with Ashley a few times. I'm an expert in camping.
Sweet.
And cooking and shit, making fires. So when we go do the fossil video, man, you just have to let me guide. Don't think, oh, Mike, you don't know what it is like out here.
We both know what we're doing, apparently, and that's good.
Yeah, fucking a 6-year-old can do that.
It's the best. Well, not necessarily.
Yes,
but
they can.
Get what you're saying, though.
6-year-old can do that, bro. I used to do that shit with my friends all the time. We used to
mean,
make little fucking houses made out of wood in the back.
That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, and kids can do that, though. But under pressure, most kids won't be able to.
I just remember, dude.
Think about that.
I had like a little TV in there.
I mean, that's the
fun. It was
fun.
a little square, like a little square. You can't even stand up and you just crawl in it like a little fucking worm.
Yeah, so
child.
It's basically a tree house, and then that's good, you know, and it's fun to have.
Goddamn, let me speak. This bro.
It's good to have fun as a kid, basically. But like, have you seen a lot of kids, you know, like
let me talk.
If you were to put these same kids under
under
pressure to build these things, a lot of kids would not be as successful, because a lot of these kids, you know, wouldn't be able to handle some of these things out under pressure like that. You know what I mean? When you're in your backyard or you're somewhere and you know that you could build these things because you know the area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, then there are times when, like with my ex, right?
I know the area.
The fucking weather hits, and then like she wants to help, and I'm like, you're gonna get sick. Get in the fucking tent. You know what I mean? And I'll end up drenched from head to toe, and my boots included. You know what I mean? And I'll be out there for fucking 3 hours straight in the rain, just fucking putting up tarps. You know what I mean? And basically,
the fuck in the rain.
Well, not getting sick is a blessing too, though. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, but why? Why? Because you have to.
Well, I'm used to it for one, and two, if I got people with me that can get sick, and I know that I'm not going to get sick, I should be the person out there, not them. I'm not going to make them go out there and get sick, so we got to spend more money to get them better. I'd rather them just stay in the tent. I'll do the work, and plus, she can walk a little bit, but she's primarily stuck to that wheelchair. She can't walk around that well. You know, her legs aren't that strong to be able to handle.
You were with someone that was in a wheelchair.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
in the woods.
But we had other friends who didn't need a wheelchair. You know what I mean? She did. With them, they still got sick, so I told them, hey, don't bother with the rain.
Did you fuck her? Did you?
Yeah, a few times, but you know.
Get the fuck out of here! You fucked her.
Yeah.
And she was in a wheelchair, but she was like, she can't walk.
She can walk, but she has a lot of nerve damage in her legs, so she can only walk for so long. And
she was cute a little bit.
I mean, everybody has their own opinion. I think she was in her own form, beautiful. Yeah.
No, but you said your own. Everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah, their own
because
opinion.
She's ugly.
No, I'm saying that because most men think fat girls are ugly. I think fat girls are pretty.
I've been with fat girls before.
Well, I mean, not you personally.
I was always that skinny kid with chubby chicks.
It's just like back in high school.
But I have a long, strong dick.
I dated a girl that ended up taking a prom. It was another fat girl, and not as big as this one, but it was.
I know how to handle the business
in high school
and shove it in deep, and that's how they love it.
And the thing was, though, is at the classroom, you know, it was.
Hold on, can I say something? Have they ever seen a man not giving a fuck about a flower or nothing or something like that? I give you good sex, I cook you your meal, and I watch a movie with you, and what does that bring you? Huh? What is that? A upside down frown, meaning smile in your face. So there, go ahead and continue.
Well, see, like I say that because when I dated that one girl, you know, in high school, she was also, you know, not as fat as the one I was dating on the streets, but she was still pretty fat. You know, fat enough anyway, you know, and there were guys passing around photos of her. You know, they had a picture on their phone. They were passing around laughing about it.
What is it? A picture of what?
Oh, it was a picture of her. You know what I mean? They're all laughing because she was a tiny bit slow. Not super slow, but a little bit slow. She was fatter. And she didn't have very good parents, especially the mom. The mom was the worst.
For real?
I had to teach her how to use feminine products in everything. It was really bad.
How old was she, though?
She was like 17, 18 at the time.
Oh, okay.
And the thing was, though, is that my friend...
No, you said this about some younger chick.
My friend... No, it's the same girl in high school. But my friend...
And then you got in trouble with her parents?
No. I never got in trouble with her. Her mom's just a fucking cunt. Sorry, but...
Didn't they kick you out or something?
No. I was living with her.
Because you were trying to train.
No. It
You
wasn't
were trying
that.
to help somebody, or that's
No,
another
it wasn't
situation?
that.
But goddamn, let me speak.
We all ended up getting evicted because the mom had multiple people in there. She didn't want to pay the fucking rent, so everybody had to get evicted. I tried to help her daughter. We had to be the agreement that I was gonna take that girl on the streets and keep her safe until her mom could have something settled. She fucking told the cops that I had kidnapped her, and my friends that were with me at the time knew about the situation, and fucking the cop
kidnapped somebody, brother.
the fucking her mother said
Damn,
that because she
brother.
doesn't like me and shit.
So now you got a security hat. And
But
you
the thing is, though, is that back in high school, I was saying my friend knew I was dating her. Nobody else knew that, so they were passing around that one photo on the phone, passing the phone around, going, "Yeah, look at this, fat cow, this and that, right?" And then, of course, my friend's laughing because he knows that I'm dating her. They're like, "Oh, have you seen this girl?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you mean that one? Yeah, that's the one I'm dating."
So she's in a wheelchair.
Well,
and then you
the
met
one
her in high
wasn't.
school?
No. There's two different girls. The one in high school was different.
They two different ones in wheelchairs.
No. The one in high school
God,
wasn't.
this motherfucker.
The one in high school.
fucking,
the one in high school wasn't in a wheelchair.
Vegetables.
The one in high school wasn't in a wheelchair. But she
My
was
girlfriend's
fat.
not a vegetable, man. Fuck you.
But yeah, but the one on the street wasn't a wheelchair. Yeah.
So she could barely move her legs. She has nerve damage. Fine. How do you fucking fuck her then? How do you fuck her?
She'd be laying on the ground. I mean, like in the tent.
Oh, so she could lay down like to go to sleep.
Well, I mean, obviously she.
Also, she doesn't go to sleep on her chair.
I mean, she can, but if we're in the camp, she'd prefer to lay down.
Why would she fucking sleep on a chair? What am I, an idiot?
I mean, like.
What the fuck is wrong with me
If
over
we're in,
here?
and if we're in an area that's not the campsite, she'll normally sleep in the chair. Usually, but.
It's the beer.
Otherwise, in the campsite, she'd lay down. But yeah, I mean.
All right, so she's like a noodle laying down. She's like, stop! I can barely move my legs, and you're just like, nah, something I have to fix. I have to fix the drainage. I can't run away. Stop. I am fixing something. I have to fix. I align you. I have to realign you.
I mean.
That's what you did? No. Yeah.
I mean.
What was her name? Do you remember her name?
Well, I mean, with the whole situation going, I mean, giving out too much information about a person who's not here, after already going over this.
So what is the first letter of her name then?
She, said, I don't know where she's at right now.
No, the first letter of her name.
I mean, I don't want to.
Can we get a first letter?
I don't want to give out anything too personal.
That. How old was she then? 17, you said?
Way older than that. She's older than me.
The one on the wheelchair?
Mm-hmm. The oldest guy. She's the second oldest woman I ever dated in my life.
Is that like your first love?
Nope. But,
imagine like a heart tattoo with her in a wheelchair. My first love.
I don't really like. I don't really like the idea of getting tattoos on my body, anyways.
I know, but I just thought it would be funny, a person in a wheelchair and a tattoo.
I mean, you never know who might get what. I mean,
no, but goddamn, man,
love,
it's just my opinion of what I.
Yeah, I think it's a good opinion. You never know who might have a soulmate that's in a wheelchair and they get it tattooed on their arm. I think that'd be pretty cool,
right? Like fucking.
It'd be kind of cool.
No, just like that. I think that's one of the hardest things, to not be able to use a part of your body, like having no arms.
Well,
can you imagine? All right, just let's go through a scenario.
I know
what
it
go through a
feels
scenario
like.
Having with no arms from when you wake up to lunch. Go ahead.
Well, I have an actual incident that actually happened, and it wasn't with my arms; it was with my leg. And I know I told you about this before.
Oh, go ahead. So let's tell.
But when I got hit by a car a few years back. And when he hit me, so first of all, I was crossing an Armenian bush in Tampa, Florida. By the tracks crossing, I had the right of way. The person, in the right lane was stopped. So I decided to cross. And then the person, I apparently decided they didn't want to wait no more, or whatever the fuck the case was. He decided to go, speed up. And then when I got into the lane of the oncoming traffic, I heard a loud beep. I turned around. Or I turned to my right side, and then my kneecaps hit the front of the car. I rolled on the hood. It sped up, kept going, and kept honking, which sucked me into the car like a vacuum. And I just remember doing this in the fucking car. You know, I had my arms in front of my face. And like I remember the car running me
like
over.
a wheel, like your fetal position.
Uh,
Standing.
Oh, so basically, yeah, something like that. I'm not good with names.
Fetal
But
position is the position you get when a bear is attacking you, which is probably gonna start biting the side of your stomach first. Have you ever seen a video that
if a bear
attack?
if a bear attacks you and you got flame,
audio?
if you got flame, use that shit. Bears don't like flame, and they're more likely to stay away from you if you have flame. I don't know why. I don't remember why, but bears don't like flame.
Bro, there's the audio of this guy getting ripped apart from chest first by a fucking grizzly bear. He's inside of me. Bro, the fucking shit is horrible.
No,
it's on YouTube. But anyways, look, so this is a scenario of how it would be if I woke up and I had no arms. You wake up. Everybody, do this with me. Close your eyes. Well, you don't have to close your eyes. I woke up. You fucking like, oh fuck. I'm moving around, but I can't feel nothing. Like, that's what's gonna happen. You're moving around, you still think you have long arms, and you don't have long arms.
It's phantom syndrome.
Yeah, so there you go to fucking reach your legs, you go to reach your face. Oh shit! You fucking like a nub hits you. Oh, what is that? My elbows. Why is my elbows hitting me in my face? And then you have no arms, right? And then you're like, oh shit! Oh my, you're panicking. You have to call someone. You can't even fucking get the sheet off your head. Now the sheet is attacking you on your bed.
You still have your mouth.
The fucking sheet! My bed sheet is attacking me! You get out. You have to call someone now. How the fuck are you gonna call? Listen, you cannot fucking call no one. You have no arms.
Your nose.
You have, okay. Well, you're not gonna think of that in a panic.
I've ended phone calls on accident with my fucking nose. But that's the whole thing though, right?
Well, God damn, but can I say my scenario?
Yeah,
Let me
go
speak.
ahead.
God damn.
Go ahead.
You're panicking. You're panicking. You fucking trying to make a phone call. It's not working. You're gonna have to go to the neighbor now. And you can't even open the door. So now, you have to open a doorknob with nubs. And I have, my doorknobs are hard. You're gonna have to, oh my God, you're gonna hurt the fuck. You're gonna have to use your legs. I'm gonna have to use my legs.
Yeah, you know the old saying, no pain, no gain.
So now I'm doing all of this and I'm not even hungry. Imagine if I was hungry before I did all of that. Panic and more. I mean, starve. Imagine if you're starving. All right, boom. Scenario for you right now. You're in the desert. You have no arms. How will you survive?
Use my legs and my mouth.
You fucking idiot. Of course, but so now you're walking in the middle of the desert. You're using your legs to walk and your mouth to breathe. How the fuck are you gonna survive? You're not giving me.
Like I can use my nose to breathe and use my mouth to grab onto certain things and like, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot you can do if you're
It's a
careful
cactus.
enough.
What if it's a cactus? You have to get water out of it.
Well, I mean, you know,
Hold on, let me hit a line of coke. Go ahead.
I'd probably just fucking kick the cactus as hard as I can and help it bust open.
You what?
I'd probably kick the cactus as hard as I can.
Why the fuck your eyes roll back when you said kick? Kick.
I didn't know I did. But anyway, I'll kick it and hope that it breaks open, and you know, so I can get the water out of it. Because food is not nearly as important as water, and you could live over a month or so without food.
You're gonna kick the car, it breaks open, and then.
I mean, you know, I don't know.
Chewing on it, we chewing on it and shit.
I'd break it open
With
and
what?
then my foot. I'd break it. I keep
So now
kicking
that's
it.
just getting stuck under the boot of your foot.
I'd be using the toe of my boot, not under my foot. I mean,
The steel toe.
Yeah, I always wear steel toes. So, you know, I would kick it, and then because cactuses are known for having water because they have such long roots, it digs down far enough to get to water. Anyways, if you're ever thirsty, you're supposed to either follow the camels or break open a cactus. The two best ways to survive, and since water is the necessity, body's 3/4 water, so I'm gonna want to get to the cactus.
You know how to survive in the wild, you think?
I've survived this long. I've lived in deep woods
So
before.
this is what we're gonna do, guys, and I want them to stay tuned for this. Is what I'm trying to tell you. We should do a video of you how to survive in the woods. I don't know if you said you're saving money to go to the flea market. We
But
can
what
talk about that.
the thing is though is about surviving in the woods though. Just because
No, but listen,
one person knows how to do it.
We're gonna do
though.
a fucking 5-minute video. It's a 5-10 minute video with scenes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And we're gonna explain in a scenario. Let's say you're stranded in this type of scenario. How will you survive?
Well, of course, but that would also depend on the person.
And then we're gonna
too.
have a sheet pop up.
You know,
As soon as the video starts, we're gonna have the stats pop up on the side of you, and they're gonna say 1,000 miles away from city. Half a gallon of water. I'm gonna give you the supplies for the scenario. Half a gallon of water. And then you're gonna show us how to build a fire, how to do this. I think that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah, we could do that. I mean, we could do that.
It will be.
But if we do the video, I can always tell people.
I'll be there narrating it with you.
Yeah, with the funny commentary in the background.
Of course, yeah, it's gonna be funny, man. We'll do it by the desert, by those hills. So
But
give it like
I thought
a
we
desert.
were doing it in the woods. I thought you said.
It's in the woods, but there's cactuses over there. There's no cactuses in the woods, man. It's how to survive in a desert. You gotta.
Oh, see,
It's a desert scenario, but it's like the woods. There's woods there too.
Okay. Because I mean,
You understand?
living in the
there,
desert is going to be a lot harder than living in the actual woods, though. Too, though. As you can imagine.
Bro, what are we gonna put? Woods, desert/woods?
Well, what I was going to say though, as far as scenarios go, though, it'd be a whole huge different scenario from the woods to the desert because it's a lot harder to live in the desert.
No, but there's different types of deserts.
And then the heat alone.
You're talking about the desert where there's no.
We'll see.
Mirages and
Well, what I'm
camels.
saying though is that most deserts though is hot and dry, and it just the heat alone can kill you very quickly. And most people can't survive in the desert because they don't have
we'll
the
get
mindset.
to that. Jesus fucking Christ. This guy's put the analytics. Statistics.
Oh, hey. I'm just saying, I mean.
I asked for it.
That's one of the biggest problems with surviving is the heat and the cold. And since most people
save it for the video, guys.
usually get sick, Do a video on it, though. But yeah, I mean, I'm saving up for the flea market.
Okay, so what are you gonna get at the flea market when we go, guys?
Could be a handful of
me and
things.
Damien went to a flea market, so you guys can watch. That video is so fresh and clean and beautiful. It's so bright and vivid. I love it. I want to do many. We're gonna go to a different. But I doubt they're gonna be like this flea market. But we can try and see what they're like. But we could also do malls too.
Well, I was talking to the people at that flea
You ever been
market.
at the store Hot Topic?
Yeah, I don't really like Hot Topic that much.
Get the fuck out of here.
I like going inside and looking around. The problem with Hot Topic is that
Have you ever been to a classic Hot Topic?
I've been to their Hot Topics before, and the material.
What year were you born? 1992.
Yeah, but their T-shirts are good, but most of the other things that they have there are really, really bad quality. So, like, you know what I mean, and you buy.
All the other things though.
That's what I'm saying. Like their T-shirts are nice.
They're too expensive.
But the boots, the pants, and a lot of their
shit.
a lot of their metals are really cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's no point really shopping there. I mean, you'd be better off going to a Spencer's.
No, but I'm saying we can do commentary and do a video. We could do Mall of America.
I do enjoy being in Hot Topic. It's a fun place to be. You know what I mean? It kind of fits my scene. But I mean, as far as buying shit there,
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna
dumb.
go inside expensive. Oh yes, we're gonna go inside. We're gonna do this, bro. Let's do it tomorrow, man.
To do what?
We go to the mall.
And there really ain't nothing to really do at the mall, though.
What are you trying to save up money? You trying to make money?
Well, that's the whole thing. I was planning on going on the saving.
What do you do? There's nothing to do at the mall. You fucking idiot. The shit that we're talking about, you fucking moron. That we're supposed to like.
Food courts, arcades, other stores. Yeah.
Yeah, and we go and we check the Hot Topic and all that shit in there, and we go to expensive stores and then we talk like how expensive it is, and how cheap the material is. We're gonna judge it. You know what I mean? This should be super interesting. God damn it. I tell this motherfucker this shit. He's like, oh, there's nothing to do in there. What do you mean there's nothing to do in there? Listen to my plan. Fuckhead. Fuck face. Now shut up.
Yeah.
Be quiet and go to your room. Why do you make me do that to you?
Man. It's not going to be easy saving up such a large amount within a week. So I'm like, well, shit, you know what I mean? Let's see how it goes, because I'm curious to see how much I can get done by the time the weekend hits. I'm actually curious. Because honestly, I was planning on going either Saturday or Sunday or something like that, so that I can get as much money saved up as possible throughout the week.
I have to go back and get something too. So we're gonna go back like Saturday or Sunday. You have to get up early. Man.
Well, I was kind of well.
It was already open when we went.
If we have the choice, I would rather go on a Sunday if it's possible. because since Friday and Saturday are weekends, and today was a better day than most days. So
what if they're not there? The fucking records. You think they're gonna be there?
I don't know about the record. I really don't deal with records.
Steve Martin. I thought it was another Steve Martin. You know the guy from 12 Dozen? Steve Martin, man, the fucking comedian.
I think so.
The one that does goddamn Pink Panther.
Oh, him. Yeah, I know that guy.
His fucking stand-up comedy, dude.
I ain't seen Pink Panther in a while.
His stand-up comedy record. I picked it up and then I put it back. I got the fucking Bill Cosby. The Bill Cat. What the fuck you looking at?
I'm just admiring the background.
Oh, you like the background?
It's different.
Bill Cosby. What do you think about Bill Cosby drugging up those women? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean,
sorry if I sound sick, guys.
Here's
I
the
really
problem.
don't sound like this. I sound like a jerk.
Well, the problem with that in general, though, is
But who fucking gives a fuck? Shit, hey! Get out of here, fucking fuck! Give me $5.
Is that most, and like I've been noticing this a lot recently. Like these alleged cases will come out of the blue with these people, and it happens randomly. But what I've noticed is that when people are reaching the end of their career, like when they get older, and you know that they may not have long left.
What do you think about him putting drugs in the women's drinks and fucking them?
But as I was saying though about that, is that it's really hard to tell these days what's really happening or not. Because
Did you lock your door? It's locked?
Yeah. Is because we have so many people going, oh, this person did this to me, and it's like, why would you wait until he's about ready to croak at the end of his career? You know what I mean? Why not say something when it happened? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that he couldn't do it, but it just doesn't sound like, you know what I mean, this guy was so into, you know what I mean, his career, and he seemed pretty genuine to me. Like, I mean, I don't know him well enough.
Genuine, but a lot of people say he was a little shady character, man.
But they said the same thing about MJ, and they said the same thing about Kobe.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing about so many other people whose names I don't know right this very moment. I gotta think about
slander black names, you mean?
Well, no, it's not so much them being black or white. It's the whole point in general, though.
You mentioned black people.
Well, yeah, but those are some of the first names that I think of, though. You know what I mean? Like people want, you know, and you know, modern generation, though, we have people, you know, and the percentage of rise of fake rape is going through the roof. And so people know that it's possible. So you never know who's just trying to make a good, quick buck off of somebody's, you know, off of somebody's misery. And they'll go, yeah, well, this person's going to die anyway. Boom, you know, this person did something to me. You know what I mean? And it could have happened. It could not have happened. We don't know for sure. But, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, that's the whole thing.
No, but he's still, listen, this guy, Bill Cosby's still alive.
Yeah, but he is pretty old, though, now. He's getting to that point. He may not have much
proof. There's a whole bunch of women that, like, you know.
Yeah, but having witnesses testify is not the same thing as it actually being proof. Yeah. I mean, for all we know, those women could have sat down and planned it and thought, well, you know.
And, like, fellow friends. There's fellow friends.
But that's what I'm saying,
friends
though.
of his that, you know.
That's what I'm saying, though. Now, again, he could have done it. I'm not saying he couldn't have done it, but the whole point is, though, is that we know that people lie. And there are people who come together as groups of friends that go, you know, if we all come together and he gets found guilty, we'll all split this money a certain way, right? And then the higher the count, I believe it's the more money they get or something like that.
That security hat is really giving you a nice vibe right now.
It's just that, like, and that's the whole problem, you know what I mean? It's
He's like, I'm security now. I know fucking everything. Fuck yeah!
It happens so often these days, though, it's hard to really know whether it's honest. I mean, back in the day, yeah, maybe they did do it. And now it's like, well, did he? I mean, you know, he's getting older now, you know what I mean? And I don't really see him being that kind of person. He doesn't come off to me as that kind of person.
Well, when he's going to jail for there's this video of him going to jail for rape, for that rape and stuff, with drugging women, and then all of a sudden he goes like this, like he does like a weird face right before he goes in, and that's what people are like, oh, he's fucking, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing though, he's also a comedian, he's also an actor,
and then one time he was like, hey. You never heard?
Yeah, but he made the Cosby Kids. The
he made the Cosby Kids.
I mean, those are basically his children.
What the fuck?
Those are basically his kids.
He didn't make the Cosby Kids.
Those are basically his kids. You know what I mean? And that's his artwork. That's him. You know what I mean? So as you know, as you can imagine,
he made Fat Albert.
Last time I checked, you know, those are supposed to be his creations. Now, what I don't get though, here's the whole thing though. It's instead of going, this man's crazy. Has anybody ever thought that he did that shit on purpose?
Shit, I don't got my phone. But...
You know the whole thing about him. Like,
let me see. I'm gonna check if Bill Cosby.
You just told me that he did that weird gesture before he got taken.
Yeah.
In behind bars. Now, what if it's not that he's crazy? What if he did that on purpose to fuck with everybody? But like, hey, I'm going in. you know what I mean? Like basically, he's just laughing at him. You know
that
what I mean?
That motherfucker's like 80 years old.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Now, let's say hypothetically he didn't do it, right? But he's still being found for it. And let's say as he's getting locked up, he's like, haha, I'm going in. As basically as I didn't do it, fuck you, and then I'll see you when I get out. Now, I mean, again, personally, I'll believe it if I see actual solid evidence. With there still being so many cases of people lying about it, I'm not going to go, he did or didn't do it.
Oh, he's like the director on it. But, yeah, Bill Cosby.
I could have
He
sworn
does Mushmouth. And he does, like, yeah, members.
Yeah, but has there ever been any actual solid evidence, though, of him actually doing any of it, though? Other than these, supposable witnesses?
Little Bill. He's done Little Bill. The Archie show.
He did a movie where he played as himself, but he was supposed to be a full-grown, like man-child or something like that.
What?
I don't remember the whole set, but if I remember correctly, it was him and Robin Williams. I think it was, it was Robin Williams, and he was
Brown Hornet.
He was playing as this man-child, basically. They had such a huge growth spurt that became an adult from a young age, basically. And they had him in school, and then Bill Cosby was one of his friends, apparently. And they were in the treehouse together and shit. I don't remember the whole show that well, but I know something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading this shit. It's fucking...
No, that was a pretty funny show.
He's done a lot of shit, man.
And I'm not saying the acting don't make you crazy, but you know what I mean? But like I said, I
had to buy his record. I buy his stand-up records.
I want to see actual proof of some kind of confession or something. Because, you know what I mean? These days, these witnesses ain't going to cut it for me. I've seen, I hear about these cases too much.
So what about Michael Jackson?
With Michael Jackson, he basically admitted it through an interview. I forgot the lady's name who interviewed him, but she didn't approach him as, I'm here to convict you. She's basically like, hey, I want to know your story. Why did you do, or if you didn't do what they said, then what did you do? Kind of a thing, And here's the thing, whatever happened, I'd personally blame his father, because I think enough abuse can jostle the brain enough to make you damaged. There is that option, but even still, he basically said that, in so many words, his intention was not to rape or molest these children. It's just that he basically felt like a father figure giving out, you know what I mean? Like basically he admitted to being in the bed, but he never he didn't do anything apparently. Basically, those kids came to them as him as their fatherly figure, basically, and he was trying to, I guess in his own eyes, he was basically being a fatherly figure, and he didn't see anything that he did as bad. So, I mean, there's a possibility that whatever abuse his father gave him fucked up his brain enough to where he thinks he's doing something good. And there's a huge possibility that he didn't.
Have you ever had a moment where you thought you were crazy?
I mean, I know for a fact we're all crazy to an extent. You know what I mean? I mean, we are at least a little bit, and that's just a reality, that we have to realize. I mean, I know that there are times, you know what I mean, where where I have to question certain paths that I take in life, because you take one wrong step as a homeless person.
Yeah.
It could be your last. You could die.
Yeah.
It's blink of an eye. It's all it takes.
Yeah.
And so you have to be careful. And also, not just that, but because you take the wrong step, and everything you worked hard on could go down the drain in an instant. Like, let's say I snap on somebody. You know what I mean? And they go to try to hit me, so I beat the shit out of them. Okay, great. And then the owner will be like, well, shit, and now you're a liability. I can't have you here anymore.
Oh, shit.
And then I lose my whole business. Because now this was the only place I had to where I can work without having to have a peddler's license. Because everything I do is under them at this point. Technically, by being on the property, I work under them without actually working under them, technically. So, you know what I mean? And otherwise, I would have to have an actual license. So, I have to be careful. And there are times when I get so pissed that, I almost fucking hit somebody. I'm like...
Oh, but you could set it up right here next to the stop sign by Walmart, too, if you wanted.
Not necessarily. I mean...
You could. People do
They
it.
can still get you for solicitation. You know what I mean? You got to have that license. You're supposed to have a license.
But people do it all the time.
And you either have to have a license or you have to work under somebody that has a license. Because if you
No, you don't. Not to sit down and sell your own stuff.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, it's a peddler's license. Basically, you are marketing. You're buying and selling stuff. You have to have a
You
license
can
to
sell your
sell
own
your own.
painting. No, you don't. You don't have to have a
I've read up.
license. To sell
I've
your-
read up on it though. It is a peddler's license, and you're supposed to have that license. You know. Now, granted,
Nah.
they may not enforce it maybe as much as they used to, but the case is
No,
still
bro,
standing.
you
Though
can have
you
your,
have
you
it.
can make your own paintings and have a table and sell.
Now,
There's
if
there's
it
no
was
rule
like
against
if it was like Orlando, I would do that for sure. Yeah, because everybody does that, and nobody cares about the enforcing that bullshit, which is great. But I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? Like,
trespass. No, it's all about not trespassing.
but
You can't fucking sell food.
there are certain, there are certain days where like I'll get so heated up that like, you know what I mean, where I know that if I don't take a walk off the property for a little bit and cool off, that like I'm gonna end up hurting somebody. You know what I mean? And it's like you feel that
Why?
anger. It's just that people are either being rude or they're being violent. Sometimes even. Which doesn't happen as often, but there are some cases where there are people that are being really nasty to the point where they want to threaten you, and it's like, bro, fuck off.
They were threatening you here?
Dude, I've had it happen at Wawa too a few times.
But tell me like a story, like
Like at Wawa one time, I had it happen, and this dude apparently thinks he's better than me because he mows lawns and he has an artificial leg. And I'm like, dude, it's really, honestly though, it's really.
I'm Captain Fuck Off.
So basically, so he basically told me one time that I apparently wouldn't move for him when he was mowing grass, and like I don't ever remember that ever happening. Like I got a thing for moving. Like if I see somebody working, I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm known for that. So I don't know if he was full of shit or if it actually happened. I just don't remember it, which could happen too. But basically, he's like, the next time I ever see you not getting and you don't get the fuck out of my way, I'm gonna run over it with my fucking car. I'm like, okay, dude.
With the mower, you mean?
No, with his car is what he said.
Oh, it's like a gator?
No, his vehicle. His car, his vehicle.
Oh shit, okay.
So I told him, hey, just so that you know, since everybody else knows, I showed him the machete. I said, here, this is what I fucking carry. If you try to kill me, I'm gonna try to kill you. That's just how it works.
Holy fucking god.
No, I don't want to be that guy, but I tell people the same thing. I reflect on how people treat me. You know what I mean? I have the right to my self-defense. You know what I mean? And I could use up to equal force. You know what I mean? To somebody else. You know what I mean? So if that person's trying to kill me, I do have a right at that point to try to kill that person. And a lot of people don't realize that. If he's going to try to run me the fuck over with a car,
Yeah.
he's trying to kill me. And then you better be... I told him, if you're going to try to kill me, I'm going to fucking try to kill you too. And it's not a fucking wise idea to do that to me, bro. And this whole situation started because I don't even remember the guy.
I'm gonna try to kill you if you try to kill me,
I walked
stupid
up to him
motherfucker.
when I was in Wawa.
Spit on your fucking grave. Who you fucking think you're shitting on? I'm shitting on you, Mr. Shitter. If you're not a forgetter, when I come get her, ain't gonna be no regretter. I am the wood splitter, my knitter.
But when I was in Wawa, I originally had approached him because apparently my leg was so severely damaged that they were originally thinking about the possibility of even amputating it to one point under the knee. And like I basically begged him, I'm like, bro, I'm out here, I need my legs. I'm used to using my legs, I want my legs.
Who are you begging to?
The fucking doctor, because originally they were afraid to do surgery because how fucked up it was. And I basically begged them to try to find a solution. If surgery is a risk, I'm willing to take the risk. You know what I mean? And if I gotta sign something, I want to sign that, but I want my legs.
Yeah.
And then they finally decided, okay, you know what I mean? If this is what you want, we'll do it. So I went to him. I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm not that far off from becoming what you are now. I mean, and I wanted to ask him about it. And apparently, I didn't know who he was.
What you
Like
amputee?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so how do you get by? And we were talking, and then I don't remember the whole conversation, but he basically tried to tell me after a conversation that he's better than me because he works for a living, and I'm like, dude, good for you. You know what I mean? You're over there flexing because you have one fucking leg. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I got a fucked up leg too, but you don't hear me walking around flexing. I got one fucked up leg. I'm better than you.
Yes, sir.
So then, as he fucking drives,
he's flexing because he has one leg.
that's basically what he's doing is flexing because he wants you to feel bad for him. Oh, I'm worse off than you, but I mow lawns. So he fucking got mad at me and spat out. Everybody heard him. Everybody was laughing their ass off at him.
Wawa?
Yeah, the front of fucking car. Everybody, it was on a weekend. Everybody was fucking there. They were laughing at the dude. And then he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna go home. And it's like, yeah, I called him a fuckboy and I said, while you're at it, go take a shower and tell me how it feels. You know what I mean? Write me a fucking review. I mean, you know what I mean? But I told him though that's the kind of fucking attitude that's gonna make you lose your fucking house.
He was
again flexing basically. He was being a douchebag about
But
it.
how does he walk if he has one leg?
Okay, so under his knee, all the way down to his foot. Now basically his foot all the way up to under his knee is artificial. It's basically, and you know those model casts that they have. You know what I mean? That some people have, and then they connect it and into the kneecap. Well, not into
Yeah.
the kneecap, but they have that little plastic piece, the plastic cup or whatever it's called that connects on the knee.
Yeah, it's like a fake
Yeah,
leg.
that has the metal stick with the foot.
Yeah.
Basically, it's one of those things, and he had
Like a fucking leg.
yeah,
Future.
it,
Future.
it's pretty cool looking, whatever. And it's like, it's basically, his attitude is this: I think I'm better than you because I'm worse off than you in doing something you're not. And it's like, well, unlike you, I'm also working. We're this. I told him we're basically the same. You know what I mean? I'm working in my own way, the best that I can with what I have, and I'm not begging. I never beg. Even when I was flying, I had funny shit on my side. It wasn't, hey, can you help me? I need to make money. No, it was some kind of funny saying to make you laugh, in hopes to earn something from you. And the same thing I've always said: don't give it to me because you feel bad for me. Give it to me because I earned it.
I cooked that rice and I cooked that the pork chop.
Sweet.
That's mine. I made that.
Can't wait to taste it.
I was gonna put beans, but I didn't know if you eat beans. Do you?
I eat certain beans. Most beans are too dry.
Red beans.
Oh man, red beans are fucking good, but it's just I don't eat beans that much anyway. It's too gassy. I mainly eat like black
I should have
beans.
put a little bit.
But the
That's
thing was
okay,
though
I
is
didn't
the person like him though is just that he wanted you to pity him because he had an injury. It's like, bro, I got an injury fucking too. And then he wants to go, well, I work, so do I. So it's not the same thing that you do, but I still work. I never once have to beg. I earn my shit. You know what I mean? He didn't want to agree with me on that. You know what I mean? And then he goes, what? Because I was living in the woods
I
at
am
the
high
spot
as fuck right now.
over there at that spot.
Oh,
And
I'm so high.
and he basically told
This
me,
feels sweet.
he basically told me that his house is better, it is a real house basically, and my spot in the woods was not. And I'm like, bro, a tent's basically a house for hiking primarily, but homeless people use it for housing too. And then I got a tarp over that as well. It's the same living situation.
Speak a little bit more clear to the mic.
Well, I was saying though is that he basically told me that his house.
You can sit here too in the middle if you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just situate myself. It's basically he told me in so many words that he because he has a house, that it's an official place to live, and I'm like, so was living in the woods.
That he told you that?
Basically, with so many words. No, I've had people tell me that
He
before.
didn't tell you that.
No, I've had people before tell me. He told me the same thing in so many
other
words. Yeah, I don't remember the exact words he said, but he basically told me that, his house is an actual place and mine's not. Basically, he's basically being a dick and flexing basically and trying to make me feel bad because he's worse off technically than me because of his leg. And therefore, I should want to be like him. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to be like you. You know what I mean? That's the whole problem,
he's
though.
miserable.
Well, I don't really care whether he's miserable or not. It's not. I don't really give a shit whether he's happy, what he is. But when you got people out there who don't want to hear common sense, and so they get mad and start yelling at you and shit,
we're gonna
stupid.
We're gonna watch the commercial. Big Planes Land. Okay, so how are we doing that?
Oh,
so we're leaving. What you said, like 2 a.m?
I was gonna say, yeah, 2 in the morning's fine, and we were gonna pack some small essential stuff. Like I have a little first aid kit I already made.
But why don't we just do it today?
Just in case. Because man, I'm fucking.
It's too late. No, 2 a.m.
Well,
You're not gonna be doing shit.
We could, but that means I don't get as much sleep, and then I'm gonna be fucking half dead out here.
But at least we'll have a video. Like at least we'll be.
Like I've been waking up earlier and coming down here just so I can make more money. You know what I mean? Because what the flea market has is supplies that I really
so we'll
need.
do it soon. It's
the thing. I want to do it.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
I really, really do. It's just
we're gonna do that.
Now we're doing it, and then I gotta get my boots
I want
replaced.
to watch the big commercial playing.
My fucking boots. If I don't get them replaced soon, if I don't get these boots replaced soon, they're gonna pop out really bad. They're already doing it.
What?
Like the whole sole under the boot
boots?
is completely flat.
Oh, that's what you gotta get, some boots.
Well, that's the thing. I'll get those at Walmart. I'm gonna get those after I get to the flea market. Flea market's more expensive. It's farther away. I want to get that done. Then I'm gonna get the boots and the phone bill paid.
But you should get boots first.
The phone bill though, I pay it every month. Once the month is done, when I pay the phone bill, I can get to my boots, and they're also cheaper. Thing is though, is that if
your family helps you with the phone bill sometimes.
Not specifically with anything like on certain holidays, my birthdays, things like that, they'll send me money at Amscot. But the thing is
your
though,
birthday's coming up.
Yeah, the thing is though is that
what day is it?
It's the 4th, so it's in 2 days. Thing is though is that if I had a address to
it's the 2nd.
No, it's the 4th.
No, but what's today? The 2nd?
Yeah. It's 2 days.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're in the next month. I didn't know.
So basically, if I had a mailing address, I can get my SS card replaced and have it sent so I can have it for work when I finally do get work. And then I also am planning on getting my debit credit card for Bank of America replaced. Yeah. Now that I have an address, they can mail it finally. And when I get that, I can pay less on my phone bill and then get unlimited everything. All month.
Yeah.
And then that means I don't have to worry about 2G no more.
I'm fucking so high. I'm saying yeah, and I don't even know what the fuck.
It's fucking cool though. You know what I mean? I have a lot of shit I need to get done.
I'm saying yeah, and I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Man, no, I'm not
Shit,
that.
I already have like.
I am not that fucked up. I am good.
I have like 30.
A B C G N O P Q.
I have like 30 or 40 bucks, and I'm on me right now.
What?
Dead ass serious. So
How much you have?
I got like 30 or 40 bucks already.
Stop lying.
Oh, I can show. Well, I can count it right now.
30, 40 bucks. Count that shit out right now.
Let me get it out.
Because you had zero. This motherfucker had zero. Yes.
I know a lot of friends, and I'm getting more popular now. Of course, I left my change and $2 over there. You know what I mean? Just in case I make more, and they'll know where to put it.
Let me see. This
So I have
I
have at least 30 on me, and I know that for a fact. But I did spend $6 earlier today to get a meal. So you got to count that as well. But look, right here. So, stop. I'm gonna push it over.
I'm trying to give you change.
Hold on, though. Let me get it back in my pocket.
I think I got some over here, brother.
You see this, right? Look. Can you see this?
Here, bro. Here. If you change. Here you go.
This is a 20 and 2 5s.
Just all I got.
Just so you know. 20 and 2
This
5s.
motherfucker got 37. 37.
Well,
Man, you almost have $40 in one
I would
day?
have had 40 if I hadn't bought that meal.
You have $40 in one day.
It doesn't always happen, but sometimes I get lucky because I do know people, which is good. You know, and you meet a lot of dicks, but then you have a couple of good people that do want to help, and so it's cool. And then I still have one secure moving for one person, and then I have another person who is planning to also have me help them move towards the end of March. I don't know when, but towards the end of March. They haven't given me a date, and I told them, when you're ready, give me a date. But all they told me was towards the end of this month. So that's all I know for right now. That's guaranteed.
Shit, why don't you save that for your phone bill? Oh, what do you do? What are you gonna get? You said.
Well, I'm gonna get a backpack. I really need one, and then I'm gonna get a few other things, replaced at the flea market. But I can make that money anyways. And you know what? On my birthday, I'm gonna go out.
What if I give you this backpack or something like that?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, though. It ain't gonna last very long out there. It's just like the last backpack you gave me. You know, what I mean, it didn't last very long.
We need a big. Oh, that shit's broken.
It ended up, you know, the weather hits it, and these smaller, you know, backpacks they don't last as long, and then that's why I'd rather spend $20 and get a backpack that can survive out there. It's just no point, because every time I get a backpack from the Nation Man or somebody gives me it, it fucking ends up ripping, and it can't handle it, and that's why I'm saying I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna get me one that is made for hiking, that is made for camping, you know, that is made to handle these types of shit.
That's gonna last a long time.
I mean, yeah, and it will, and it'd be worth it. That's the whole thing, and on the 4th, I'm gonna go out and go to one of my corners.
Go to that lady that
I'm gonna go
that
to.
was on video with us.
No, but I'm gonna go to my corner that everybody knows me on the 4th for my birthday, and then I'm gonna go, maybe because I did the same thing last year and I made around $80 roughly from doing that. So I'm gonna go do that so I can go to make a shit ton on the 4th.
A shit ton. We're making a motherfucking shit ton.
And then
so, yeah.
And then whatever else I make, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to you know, it all together. And then whatever I have left over, I might. Oh yeah, and I am planning to put gas in your truck maybe.
For what? Since
we're traveling over there, I might as well do something, help you out too. Since you're giving me, it's basically like you're giving me a ride, so I might as well.
No, but
I mean, I
gotta go back too.
I know that, but still, though, you got a lot of issues, you know, stuff you're dealing with too personally. So I want to help out with that.
Let's try the tacos. I'm gonna buy some too. There's tacos. You know where you got that food at? That's not the truck.
That's not
the truck where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go to the other one.
I'm not gonna pay for any food until after I get what I need.
Well, I'm gonna buy some from you.
That's what I'm saying. I have to make sure I could, because I'm going all the way there for one set reason. I'm not gonna let anything stop me from getting that, especially when I get the money.
This guy's crazy.
Because if you're $1 off, you know what I mean, that's gonna be pissed if you worked that hard to save up all that money and you're like $1 off because you bought food.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
I would rather go hungry for the day while over there, and then I'll just come back and I'll get food at Bravo, because I know Bravo will feed me.
Oh, okay.
No point.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just I have priorities that I have to put.
The food truck is right there at the first.
That's the problem. Though, when you're homeless, some days you have to prioritize supplies over your stomach, and that's the whole thing. Sometimes you have to. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna build up your life the way I do it, I have to have certain types of supplies. I have to get certain things done, and then that way I might go hungry for a few days, but then I'll be able to eat more than a few days because I worked hard to set something that'll last longer than food. I am planning on getting my jewelry, and I'm gonna start making jewelry again. I'm gonna start making yarn, wiring, and rope jewelry again, palm fronds, and everything else that I've also been working on, like the canvases, the regular paper art, stuff like that. I mean, hell, if I have extra money after I get what I need.
Think about it. What if I gave you a backpack that would save you $30? Why the fuck are you gonna spend $30 on a backpack?
I'd rather get a bag that's made to be outside.
Like I offered this one, and this one's tough as fuck.
It's a nice backpack, but I know for a fact it ain't gonna last that long.
That's a Disney. That's Jack Skellington. That's
I'm rough. You know what I mean? I'm a rougher person. You know what I mean? I carry lots of supplies, and the bag that I'm gonna get is built for hikes and weather.
What, that army shit?
It's gonna be either the camo or the black one, whichever one they got is fine. But the problem is though is that it's actually built. It's built for handling lots of supplies.
That's what it says on it?
Well, no, but it's built for it has a lot of room to carry it.
Why don't you try like another store, like other store, like fucking Target or something, where it says it on there like strong built for heavy equipment.
Just because it's built for it doesn't mean it could handle it as well. You know what I mean? Like Target's good, but the flea market has actual good quality shit, and you could tell. You know what I mean? Like and you never know how old something is. You know, a person that has an older item that'll last longer than some new backpack that just came into stock. You know what I mean? There are those that are better. That's the whole thing. Like I'd rather spend more money at the flea market. I see how the backpacks are. I've had backpacks like that in the past. I know that they're reliable. I know that I can trust that, you know, those bags. I would much rather go over there and just get a bag from them. It'll be worth the $20 or so that I'll be spending. You know, so it's worth it to me. And I'd rather not take a chance in getting a bag from Target that might be worth, I don't know. You know, they might say tough, but they're following modern trend.
Well, how the fuck do you even know?
I've had bags like the ones that lady sold before, and I know they're durable. People have stolen my shit in the past in rougher areas.
Bro, you don't know what the fuck bags are at fucking Target?
But I know that a lot of modern, you know, products are being used as far as like not such great material. So they can sell it for a better price. That's the whole thing, right? They want to make as much money as possible without using as much material, so they can get a better profit out of it. So even though it might be made for handling heavy shit, it won't last as long as something that's more genuine. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are doing that. It's like with Popeyes. You know what I mean? They were forced to spend a bunch of money, so now the quantity of food you're getting is less, but the price is higher.
For $5, that fucking box.
Stupid as shit, bro.
That shit's stupid as fuck, yeah.
I would just rather, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, it's just like a Google.
No, for that, I'd rather
if you go to Dollar Tree,
single items at Wendy's.
Well, here's the whole thing, right? If you go to Dollar Tree, right?
I get 2 cheeseburgers, 1 crispy chicken, and then you can get like 2 fries.
Well, the thing is, it's like Dollar Tree though, right?
All for $5.
I'm not gonna go to Dollar Tree and go, oh yum, you know what I mean?
For $5.
You know, like a sliced cheese.
For $5. Alright, go ahead.
Interrupting commentary. I was gonna say though.
For $5.
So what do you want?
Dollars. Go.
Yeah. They got somebody
for $5.
Anyway.
What is somebody's what? Oh, they stopped somebody right there.
Yep.
Oh shit.
That's what you get for being stupid.
Let me stop smoking weed.
Man, this video going on for a while, hasn't it? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's 1 hour and 20. No, you alright, buddy?
It's hot.
But we can't open the door now, and you see somebody just got stopped right there.
But certain things are better to spend more money on, like sliced cheese at Dollar Tree.
We got weed smoke. We got smoke in the car, man. You can't get out. Can't open the door.
You don't want to, you know, eat dollar cheese. That shit is fucking nasty. It's better to spend more money on better quality cheese. Like, for instance, at Aldi's, for instance, you know. You know, and you're going to get better cheese, more of it, for the price, as opposed to getting a stack of, you know.
Now you talking about cheese?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, but that's an example,
this
though.
motherfucker talking about cheese. Just hold on. We got to control the topics.
Dollar Tree cheeses. I mean, but here's the thing, though. we were
Dollar
talking,
Tree cheese.
we were talking about the
This
backpacks and the
motherfucker's
different
crazy.
qualities, you know, and the different qualities of backpacks. So I'm
Fuck
like, well,
me.
a good example is the cheese at Dollar Tree because the
Fuck
quality
me.
is horrible, but the price is good. You know what I mean? So you might think you're getting a deal, but you're not.
Dollar Tree cheese is ass.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get Walmart cheese.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
You figure
Just because-
dollar store cheese is for fucking people that aren't paramedics.
Just because the
You're
price is better.
paramedic.
That's what I'm saying.
You're medics, man.
The reason why I use that analogy is because the price is great, but they might think, oh, we're getting a deal.
No, but the taste is
But
bland.
the deal is fucking no, it's not a deal. You know what I mean? It's actually unhealthy, and you could really, you know,
it's like
it's
the
bad for your
cheese.
health.
It's like their cheese.
I
mean, that's what you. This is what
I
you just
ate
said.
it one time, and
It's
it,
like their nacho cheese.
well, like I forgot about it, and I
the
bought
dipping
it.
cheese?
I bought it one time, and it tastes like fucking styrofoam, dude. It's fucking disgusting.
What?
It tastes like styrofoam fucking cheese, dude. It's nasty.
Bro.
Yeah, I forgot and bought it one day with my bologna. I'm like, okay, let me try it. And I'm just like, ugh. Fuck, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Like with meats, I'd rather buy meat at Aldi's and get like a fucking $5 container of raw beef and put it on my grill and cook it, you know, on the pan, as opposed to, you know what I mean? And you get more food for your money when you cook it. It's just, you know, and that's why I'd rather go to the fucking market and pay $20 because at least I know the bag's gonna be worth it. I mean, I used to own
But
these.
they might fucking lie. That's the place that
I-
lies
I've-
about their product.
I've owned bags
about their product.
that look like those same bags that they have up there, and I know that they lasted me a while. I still have them, and people wouldn't, you know, fucking steal my shit. And in other parts of Florida, people steal my shit all the time, and it's really hard to deal with them. Over here, I don't got to deal with that. And it's nice to be around an area where people stop fucking taking my shit.
Yes, the microphone's over here,
And
buddy.
then they keep taking my shit, and it feels good to be in an area where I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, around here, I know that I can't do the same shit in Orlando. I got my shit taken in an instant, very quickly.
All right. So, what type of jokes and performances do you do in Orlando? Let's talk about that.
I do just about any kind of joke, really. I mean, you know, you're going to offend some, you're going to make some laugh. I mean, I'm not going to change who I am because a person is offended by something. You know, I tell them it's a fucking joke for
But
a
tell
reason.
me, like, paint the scenario where this is at and what type of
Downtown Orlando, there's a lot of bums down there that will steal your shit. So when you're doing your gigs, you got to be careful. You know what I mean?
Giggity gigs.
They're like sharks, you know what I mean? And they want to creep up on that fucking seal, you know what I mean? And they're going to come up and then they're going to snap. And they're not going to give you the chance to know that they're there usually. You know what I mean? And that's all they want is their drugs. And as far as my gigs go, I have to
For
do,
what? Like, tell me a scenario. What are you thinking about?
like whenever I do my gigs, I have to like, I don't know, like
Don't look at the cop. Like, if the cops
I
come this way,
do.
don't.
I can look at them. They can't see shit in here anyway. I mean, it's not wrong to look at them. It's a whole other story to act suspicious. But I was gonna say though, I've done tree man gigs. I've done a gig similar to the tree man, where instead of tree limbs and stuff like that, I'll actually put on trash bags, and do the same thing where I sit in the bushes on a bucket usually, and then I'll have a bag over the bucket so that it blends in. And you'd be surprised. Like I made over $300 one time, scaring the shit out of people. You know, and Finn Henry's was the bar I'd sit in front of. People will run in there, and the security will help me make money by that because they get customers. Customers sit down and they like to watch me. So they'll set up their friends just to get scared, and I'll get paid more for each scare I get usually. And then it works out because when I scare them, they run into Fenton Henry's to go sit on the patio. And they're like, oh, cool. Let's film him scaring somebody else, not me for a change. So then they're buying more drinks and sometimes getting some food when they have it there, you know. So they're paying more product for them. And I'm giving them customers sometimes by scaring the shit out of them to the point where they run in. They're like, I'm going in here. You know what I mean? And then, of course, everybody wants to film. So they'll sit there for fucking hours until they close. At like in the morning. I'll do that shit for many hours. Problem doing it is that if you do it the wrong way, you can kill yourself doing it. It's basically a form of suffocation. Got to be careful.
God damn. What the fuck are you trying to do?
So basically, your body and your body's getting
Don't make
boiled.
that noise again.
Well, see, your body's getting boiled inside of these trash bags.
Scare me, man.
It's kind of like being out on a hot day.
Yeah.
But it's at night, and you're boiling inside these bags, and then if you're not careful, because like I have it over my mouth, because you know the only thing I really have open is my eyes right here.
Yeah.
And then and I have it to where you can barely see it, and I'll use roughly 10 or 11 bags from 7-Eleven, and I'll buy a whole box of them and put them on. And it's good for at least one night, because the sweat's so bad,
So you
though.
got bags all over your body.
And then I sit down by a tree in front of Finn Henry's, which is the main spot.
But it's just black bags?
Yeah, it's the best thing because they're drunk, they don't notice it, and then you get good reactions, bad reactions, and then you got the people that are like, I'm gonna shoot you, and then they never do. Fucking idiots. But whatever,
They tell you that?
Shit, yeah, and once they do, every time I see them when I'm doing it, I'm like, shoot me! Where's your gun at?
For real?
They're like, oh, you motherfucker, and I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for you to shoot me, bud. Where's your gun at?
Oh my god.
And I do it to them so many times that the Henry security will start laughing at him, and then they're like, we know you're not gonna do it. It's like no, and every time a person says that, security's like, you just set yourself up for weeks of disaster.
Those cops are still over there pulling those people over, right?
I mean, you never know. They could be felons on the run or something.
Felons on the run.
You never
something.
know. You might get
The
felons, and they steal a car to get away from the
Fuck, you
cops
said
and
it
they
like
catch
that.
them. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty cool, though. I mean, the sheriff around here do their job. It's pretty cool. Oh, by the way,
I'm looking at these cars driving by.
so the sheriff, right?
The truck looks cool.
So my buddy,
with those lights.
that's in the sheriff, he was one of the ones that didn't know I was over there at that spot. So he's like, okay, guys, come on. And I'm like, it's me. He's like, oh, it's you. So he had just called, and he's like, never mind. He's like, I know this guy. And he's like, oh, yeah, cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm the one homeless guy. And he's like, yeah, but you're the one we appreciate. Fucking drove off. Dude, he's like, let me see your setup. Right? He didn't say, yeah. He's like, oh, dude, you got everything in this motherfucker.
So he enjoys, like, what you do.
Well, there's a lot of sheriff in this area that like what I do, and they respect me.
They motivate you.
Well, but here's the thing, right? I don't hate cops because they got a badge. If you think about it, they're just as much of a slave of this economy as we are. Now, I told them the same thing when I first met them. You know what I mean? That as long as I don't see you abusing people, abusing your power, I'm not going to say anything. You're doing your job. You're just doing your job. I mean, I'm going to do my job, and you have a right to come question me. I'm a homeless guy, and most homeless people are bums in Florida. You're going to want to know who the fuck's in your country. I mean, in your county or whatever.
In your country.
And you're doing, well, I mean, I meant state and county.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're doing their job. It's their job to secure and to make sure that their people are safe, that they're supposed to be protecting.
Yeah.
Now, there are those corrupted ones, but if you just fuck all the police and all the sheriff, you never know which ones are good. And when you do that, you're just pissing off all the good ones, and then you turn bad over time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people, I'm not a ass kisser. I don't kiss the sheriff or nothing like that. But I do
That's
reflect.
what you think, like they go bad over time.
No, I know that they do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's just like me. Over time, I getting treated like shit, and there'll be that one day where I just fucking snap, and I'm just like, hold up, I gotta calm down. I don't want to ruin this spot, so I have to fucking walk off because it's like, if I don't, I'm gonna end up hurting somebody, and I know that I have to walk away.
God damn.
It's the same thing with a lot of these cops and sheriffs. You don't know what life they have, how much struggle they go through, what they've done.
What argument did you have with that couple that was here?
Oh my god. Oh, what the fucking crackheads?
Yeah, show me where she was at.
Oh, well, okay, so she was in the hallway right by the front of that door. And then the dude, because usually they're down the hallway on the other side, by where that plug is.
Yeah.
So instead of
that silver box
over there by where that sign is down there.
Yeah.
Right over there, by the carts.
Yeah.
And they're when it goes slanted, then it goes to the other side of the wall. They're right there. Usually, but she decided to become a smartass and go all the way by the door right up there. I went in to go take a piss, and then I filled up my container for water to do my paints for the canvases. Come out. Apparently, the owner spotted him, told him to get the fuck off his property. And then I sit down on my table, and then she comes up behind me and goes, "You were wrong for that." Fuck did I do?
Oh, you didn't do nothing?
The owner doesn't like you guys. He doesn't want any beggars.
You should probably mention them.
But here's the thing, though. I told her, you knew you were going to get caught. You know there's cameras. They don't want you on the property. They don't want any beggars. I get permission because I don't beg. And he goes, oh, you do the same thing we do. It's like, I don't panhandle. Never once have I panhandled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, she was trying to start shit with me. And then I went off on her, and then the dude wanted to go fight me. And I'm like, dude, you're on something. I can tell you're not healthy mentally or physically. You know what I mean? And that's when I told him, you know what I mean? If I have to fight you, I will. I don't want to. But your girl's
you told him that shit?
I told him, your girl's in the wrong.
I never seen that guy up close. Was he sketchy? Like little...
I mean, honestly, though, I don't really associate with most people anyways because I don't want to take the chance. But
he does drugs?
I don't know. I know the girl. Pretty sure the girl does drugs, and she seems sketchy.
She's skinny as fuck. She's like a broom.
He seems nice, and he seems more deceiving than an actual evil person, whereas she's more evil than deceiving, per se. But no, I told him, you know what I mean? If you can't take care of your woman, she's going to run her fucking mouth. Someone's going to hurt her one day.
You said that?
Yeah, and he got mad, and I'm like, bro, if you really want to fight because your woman is the wrong, you can't be a man about it, then I'll just fucking whoop your ass and get it done with.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. He's not going to be able to beat me in a fucking fight, not unless he uses something dirty against me. I'm a lot bigger than him. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. He's on something. He's not... His mindset isn't going to be in the right setting, and you could tell that he's barely there in the first place, dude.
I know. Like,
you know what I mean? And if he was to come at me, I can put him on his...
I'm so fucking high.
I can put him on the ground and restrain him and put him in an arm bar and fucking, pin him like that. And
arm bar? You don't know how to fucking do no goddamn
and the
arm
fucking
bar.
Owners is going to call the
this
sheriff.
Motherfucker said
They're going to fucking have him arrested, and then I'm going to be good.
Damien, you don't know how to do no... You mean like chokehold?
There's multiple ways to do arm bars, and there's no specific way to do it per se.
But do you know what an arm bar
But
is?
I'm talking about the one where they go to hit you, and you put them onto the ground, and you twist their shoulder back. I mean, the arm behind them, and you got their knee in their spine. And the more that they move, the more that you tighten up the grip.
Oh, goddamn, you spit in my eye.
I'm sorry, bro. Well, the more
I got corona.
the more that they struggle, and the tighter you get. So now their arm is way behind their back. You know what I mean? At a certain angle to where they can't move, and then you apply your weight as pressure on their back.
Spit in my
I didn't mean to, bro. My bad. So basically, you know what I mean? And that's what I know. Well, that's what I know I'm gonna do.
Now I got coronas.
If we're gonna restrain somebody, that's what I always do. It's just better to get them on the ground, and that's where being heavier does come into play.
Are those cops still there?
Nope.
Oh, they left.
They're either left or they're leaving. I'm just saying, like, and a lot of people don't know that. Like, if you're a big dude, you got to be careful who you hit, because you can kill somebody if you're not careful, especially if you're really angry.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have the intention to even hurt him anyway. If I had to hit him, I would have fucking hooked him and be done with it. You know what I mean? But a lot of men don't want to control their women sometimes, and there's a lot of women running their fucking mouths, and I'm like, I'm not a woman abuser, but you run in your mouth, and 90% of these fucking, or at least 95% of the men in America are abusive, and they're not gonna give a shit. You look at them all,
95%, bro, less than that.
Barely.
At least like I think it's maybe
fucking
like,
90 maybe.
Like 40.
There's way more than that. There's a lot more, dude. It's fucking skyrocketing, dude. Abusive men and abusive women are through the fucking roof, dude.
It's 50-50, you think?
Maybe if you want to be kind about it, but there's a lot of abusive men in this fucking country, and like I see it all the fucking time. Now
speak this way, cause
there's a lot of abusive men, and I see it all the fucking time, especially in places like Orlando and Ybor City, Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of women that are just as bad too, though. It's not just men doing it. Like there's a higher rate percentage of males that are getting raped than there are of women. You know what I mean? So there is different scenarios.
Bro, I've been raped before, dude.
But it's just like you know.
This fat chick that my first. That's how I got pregnant and had a baby with my first one.
It's just like
she used to sit on me and she said, hold me down.
Well, there's a lot of people.
And she used to have orgasms, and then she always wanted to do it. Bro, I didn't even want to be with this bitch. I didn't even want to be with her.
Well, see, the problem is that most people don't know that the men are dealing with this problem because you look at, for instance, right, everything that you do, they're like, you know, you got to man up, you know, you can't do this because you're a man, right? And in more cases, you know, I've never heard anybody go, oh, you can't do this, you got to woman up. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And there are certain things, certain standards a man is held up to, and so therefore, they're afraid to speak on what happened because they feel like that if they do, they'll be looked at as less of a man. Yeah. So like a lot of voices on male behalfs are not being spoken because they have to man up. They have to be a man.
Bro, I gotta use the fucking bathroom. You gonna continue it?
How much more time do we have?
It's almost done.
So, you know, and it's just like a lot of people.
Just leave her alone. Let her keep up talking. I'll be right back.
Well, it's a lot of people don't understand how divided we really are, and our mentalities, you know, are making us
I think we're really
to believe.
Divided.
I think that if we
there's
hold on, sheesh.
I think if we just slowed down a little bit and just spent a little bit more time in the moment, we can enjoy his companies and faces a little bit more, and just without rushing. There's no need to rush. Enjoy the beautiful sunset and the beauties of Earth, and
well, I was gonna.
Don't you ever again make another fucking noise.
I was gonna say really quick though, as far as modern society goes, though, I mean,
here he goes again with motherfucking
with there's not so
My
much
head, kaboom.
there's not so much.
My cabeza's going kaboom.
There's not so much racism and sexism as much as we think at this point. It's not so much that it's there.
He's turning into an android.
It's basically, it's more of a mentality, you know, than actual racism or, you know, discrimination or actual sexism at this point. And yes, there are some. There are some cases.
Motherfucker scared me.
There are some cases of it there, but if you think about it, though, a lot of that is mentality based off of things that happen, like we have women that are fighting for rights they already have. Now, if they actually think about the situation and how they can fix it, they don't have to pick it out there and be mad at everybody. They can relax.
I agree.
Think about it. And in order to fix that problem, they have to agree that both men and women have problems. They got to find a way to fix that.
Yes, they do. Can I have a yo-ho?
And we are equally enslaved in this economy right now. I mean, for instance, Social Security card is a barcode stamp.
Families are enslaved, forced to pay the office.
We're equally.
Just build cheap houses, man. What is with all these expensive fucking houses, and give everybody an opportunity to have a career?
Well, we all have negative and positive, though.
This is big BS, so you know it, fuckers.
We all have negative and positive traits about us, though.
Love you guys.
So if we worked harder to understand a person's background and what good and bad things that they have, and then you combine that with what you have. Like if you're liking something and they have it, it's like a puzzle. You just connect.
Bro, what the fuck is you talking?
And then there's so much things that we can do together, and we're so worried about trying to be better than somebody else.
Yeah.
As a homeless person, I've dealt with that too many times. But like I have a way that it can happen, but first we have to understand that there's a problem. And that may never happen because people are too thick-headed to want to make that change. You know, it's basically an echo chamber. You know, it's comforting there.
Okay, can we just continue? Can we add 10 more minutes to this? Can I use the bathroom real quick and we can add 10
No, I'm
minutes?
already done anyways.
Bro, what the fuck? You said something about an echo chamber. We're done? Oh, you this fucker, man. Oh, this guy's a real douche. You know what?
If they think about it, it's true.
What do you think about what? I don't even know what the fuck you said.
They'll realize it.
Oh, we're stuck in an echo chamber.